You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds. Nerds!
Welcome back, everyone. And first and foremost, happy holidays. Same thing we did around Halloween time. We did a couple movies. We did Child's Play, we did It, and we
Nightmare
did
on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. And this time we wanted to do something similar. Now, this is definitely not the traditional Christmas movie. This is not National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's definitely not your typical Christmas movie, but it is, to me, a Christmas movie. There's always this argument: is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Why? Because they were at a Christmas party? I don't think so. Just my answer on that.
I think it is. I think that'll be a debate for next year.
A Christmas movie should be if the movie's about Christmas, not because it's Christmas time, and it's not about Christmas. It's about John McClane in Nakatomi Towers. That's why I don't consider it a Christmas movie. This is a debate that's gonna go on forever. Like, does pineapple belong on pizza? It
does.
Both no for me. Anyway. We're here to talk about Bad Santa. Came out in 2003, starring Billy Bob Thornton as Willie. And you think about the plan they had. He's a safecracker. He poses as Santa. And Marcus is the little person who is his partner, and he poses as one of Santa's elves. And of course, he's able to get into spots that most of us can't fit in. He's in the air ducts, looking at the security cameras, getting a universal remote so they can shut down the cameras when they're making their move at the end of the season to rob the mall that they're working in currently. So you think about that. It's actually a genius plan to do that. I mean, obviously, if you have someone who can crack a safe, and then you have a little person who can help you out with those other things. And I believe the first time they showed him do it, he was posing as a snowman on one of the displays in the mall. And then he, once they shut off the cameras and they closed the mall, he did his thing to let Willie in, so they can crack the safe and rob the mall. And that's the thing that they do. But this movie is definitely not it's extremely raunchy. It's not, again, we said this is not your typical Christmas movie. Extremely raunchy, with not necessarily with X-rated stuff, but it's the language that's used throughout the movie. But obviously, the main character is Billy Bob Thornton. I had read somewhere that Bill Murray was actually considered for the role of Willie, and it went to. I don't know how that would have went, but of course, Bill Murray's a legend. But we're also, I think Billy Bob Thornton did his thing in this one as well.
Oh yeah, no slouch.
One of my favorite movies. It's definitely a lot of laughs after watching it again for this. But Bubba, talk to me. This is before I get to that. This is not a movie. When I saw the coming attractions, the trailer, I said, "Oh, I want to go see that in the movie." Didn't see that. Didn't see this in the movie. Stumbled upon it on cable, and if it's on, I'm watching it. There's no way I'm not watching this movie, and it's on. If it's on, I've never seen the sequel. This movie was, for me, one of those where they waited too long to make the sequel, like Anchorman and Anchorman 2, Coming to America, and then Coming to America, which we could.
Please don't even mention that.
We'll talk about that another day, as far as movies that did not need sequels, classics that did not need sequels. But I did not see the sequel to this movie, even though Christina Hendricks is in it, and that's more than enough reason to see the movie, for me anyway. But I digress. Puba. Bad Santa.
Listen, Bad Santa for a 2003 film is amazing. Like, if you haven't seen Bad Santa, go out. HBO Max, it's streaming now. Go see it. You're right. 2003 film directed by Terry Zwigoff. I don't know of any other film. I mean, he's probably done other films, but I don't know of any other film that he's really been on or done. But Billy Bob Thornton delivered. You're absolutely right. I mean, when I see Billy Bob Thornton, and I know he's done a couple of great movies as well, he's always Willie. He's always Willie. I mean, it's a memorable performance on his side. Tony Cox delivered. This was John Ritter's last filming gig.
Yes, yeah.
Like to think, and I love John Ritter, Three's Company. You know, just give me that any day of the week. But man, I would never have thought of a drunken wreck of a Santa would be a memorable movie for me. And you're right. This is under the category of dark comedy. Like, don't go in here thinking that it's going to be a nice Santa movie. Please don't let the kids watch this. This should be NR rated, like not rated, or NC-17 at least. If you ever thought about
NC-17 is harsh.
Come on,
it's just the language. It's just the language.
The scene in the in the big girls' room.
Again, that's not that wouldn't put it an NC-17. It's R-rated, which deserves the rating. But
okay,
of course, you're exaggerating.
I'm exaggerating. That's okay. Yeah, listen, I'm all in Christmas cheer, giving out exaggerations.
Why don't you just say it's a triple X movie? Why don't you just say that?
Cannot say that. I cannot say that. But definitely still some Christmas magic at the end, you know, like it still delivers that in that sense of a Christmas story. But from Billy Bob Thornton, Bernie Mac delivered, Lauren Graham, who played Sue, those main characters all delivered, man. And again, yes, I rewatched it and I immediately went into Bad Santa 2 because I just wanted more of this story. But great characters, great storytelling, believable. There was nothing that was like, oh, that could never happen. No, it was like it was all believable, crazy, imaginative, and please don't redo a Bad Santa 3 because if Billy Bob Thornton can't do it, there is a 0 point of doing this because, like you said, he absolutely delivered the role for Willie Soak. So listen. For a comedy movie, if you enjoy dark comedy, this is definitely the holiday film for you.
I do want to. I'm going to eventually watch Bad Santa too, but again, not in a rush to do it because again, this is one of these movies that is a favorite to me, and I just a little disappointed that they brought out a sequel and not just bringing out a sequel, but they took so long to bring it out. I don't know if that's a good formula for when you have a movie to bring out a sequel so long after the first one. But and let's not forget, and this Willie his life is just horrendous. Like his life sucks. But this is his only I don't think there's any way to put it. Like he's an alcoholic and he's a mess, and this is his only gig, like his only purpose that he has. And like Puba said at the end, he kind of, there's like he has a moment where he kind of realizes, I guess a Christmas miracle happened where he finally saw the light. And we haven't mentioned, which is a big factor in this story, is the kid that he kind of befriends reluctantly. He kind of stumbles into this relationship with this kid who is kind of enamored with him and maybe has this belief that Santa Claus is real and maybe he's the real Santa. But the kid is funny to me, and it's not because, again, we brought up the language, and the language is really bad. And 80% of the time is directed at the kid. No, let me not say that. No, let me not say that. 60% of the time is directed at the kid. 40% is directed at Marcus because they're always fighting. But the kid is getting like Willie's crashing out on him like all the time, and the kid's demeanor does not change at all, which I think makes it more funny because here he is so aggressive talking to him, and the kid is as calm as can be. But Puma,
no, listen. When the kid and we get his name towards the end, Thurman Merman. Thurman Merman. We get the name at the end, but when he first meets Willie, you know, the first thing he says, he goes, "What do you want for Christmas? A snot rag?" I mean, like it's just again the craziest stuff that you ever thought in a Christmas movie is in there, and it is, and like you said, there's cursing at Thurman Merman. You got to say the whole thing. You can't just say Thurman anymore. You got to say Thurman Merman. When Marcus and Bernie, I forget Bernie's name now, but when Marcus is and him are because of course Willie's passed out on the floor and he's like, "Get him out of here!" And he's like, "Yo, I'm little." He said, "You want to build a plan for me to come get him out?" And then they start going at it, man.
That's where the raunchy language comes into play. There between
Bernie Mac calls him thigh high, and yo, I started dying right there. There's just so many parts where it just goes left immediately. Like it's something you see a scene, like again, in that scene, you see the kids hanging out, they're waiting for Santa. It's a beautiful moment at a store, and here comes Willie on the escalator with the ill lean and a bottle in his hand. Man, it's just funny. The slapstick hits every single time. It's just enjoyable. Again, you have to like this type of comedy.
Definitely.
If again, and I'll say this, if you don't have an open mind on comedy, then don't, because there's a part where Bernie's like, I'll stick you in my ass, small fry. And then Bernie's like, you have some lip on you, and then he's like, my lips were on your wife last night, bro. It's just amazing. And you're right, the way Bob Thornton treats the kid. I mean, even Sue, F me Santa, like that's all she wanted. Like she had a thing for Santa Claus because she was Jewish and she never got a chance to have Santa Claus in her life. So she was addicted to having sex with Santa Claus. But I mean, they even try to teach the kid boxing. Like, come on. And they just went up kicking each other in the nuts. There wasn't no hands at all. Again, just enjoyable, right? To see someone as wretched as Willie. And I don't know, I'm trying to think of another movie where a guy was just as wretched as Billy Bob Thornton was in this movie. And one doesn't come to mind. And maybe because I'm stuck now from watching Bad Santa again. But when I say a wretched human being, Billy Bob, like the kid was asking him, if you're Santa, show me some Christmas magic. And he pushed the kid off his leg and was like, Christmas magic, you're gone. Boom. Like he kicked him out. It was just great. It was just great to see overall. But it was just great. Even John Ritter, I have to admit, when John Ritter was like, because he was smashing the big girl in the big thing on, and he went to Bernie Mac to complain, and Bernie was like, "You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, you guys sometimes gotta hit the women out."
He was uncomfortable describing the situation to Bernie Mac because he seemed very clean cut, and that was something that I mean, obviously he knows it's something that happens, but he was definitely uncomfortable explaining the situation that happened with Willie and the girl in the dressing room. But I will say this, like when I said before that Willie's life sucks, and he's not trying to better himself. Like I said, he's an alcoholic, and he's this is the last person you want around kids.
Oof.
He's an alcohol, and he's an angry, mean drunk. Like Pooba said, he said, "You want to see some Christmas magic? I'll make you disappear." And then
Yeah.
shot the kid off his leg. He moved the box that was in the chair next to him, and there was an ashtray with cigarettes there. He's just not the person you want around kids. Of course, and on top of that, he's playing Santa Claus of all things. It reminds me of if you're a fan of The Office, Michael Scott, and if you see The Office, he is the last person who needs to be a manager. Last person who needs to be in management. He's just unfit. I wouldn't say unqualified, but he's unprofessional as can be. And this reminded me of that. Like, this is the last person you need to have around kids. But this movie, for me, every Christmas is a must watch because, and it's not one of those feel good movies, like feel good Christmas movies, but it's gonna make me laugh. That's 100% why I'm watching this. This movie is something that's gonna make me laugh, and of course, Billy Bob Thornton, and the dialogue in this movie is what does it for me. Go ahead, what were you gonna say?
No, there are some feel good moments, like when he gave him the wooden pickle. I mean, there's some good feel moments there, right? And the other portion that felt good, he was like, "I already knew you weren't Santa. I just thought we were friends, and you'd give me a present." And the fact that he got the he didn't know pink or purple elephant. He still got the wrong one because he said purple. Want to change it from pink to purple. He still got the wrong elephant, and he got almost murked for the elephant to get it there. So again, there's just some really good moments. Them spending time with grandma, putting up the popcorn on the tree, and they thought that she was dead.
That part.
I mean, again, and she'll get up. I'll make you a sandwich. Every single time.
About sandwiches.
And like I said, there are some feel good moments about the movie at all. It ends really on a high note as well. So I'll say that there is some feel good moments on this movie as well. If you could find a light in the dark, there's definitely there.
Listen, guys, like Pooba said, if this is something that is your cup of tea, it is a different kind of comedy. It's an acquired taste because, like you said, it's dark humor. There's a lot of cursing, there's a lot of yelling, some different type of jokes that have different meanings. But it for me personally, definitely a rewatchable movie that definitely makes me laugh all the time. Pooba, last thoughts on Bad Santa?
I'm gonna get me a T-shirt that says "Shit happens when you party naked." That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Gotta get that shirt somewhere in nature. Hopefully, someone's listening and will get me that shirt for Christmas. But no, listen. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. Again, we enjoy laughter. Right? It doesn't make us nerds if we're not laughing at the things that people find serious and things of that nature. And part of this show when we do it is supposed to have fun, right? And Bad Santa is just that. It's just a ball of fun that we enjoy. Pete, great recommendation for the holiday season. I hope people go out and watch it, or they comment below and tell us their favorite moment of this movie, because it'll be great to interact based around this movie. But overall, to our friends, to our family, to our supporters, to our subscribers, to everyone who support us, Merry Christmas.
It would be easy to just pick one of the, like I said, the more traditional Christmas movies to talk about, but that's not what we're gonna do here. But I think for the first time we talk about a Christmas movie, Bad Santa is the way to go, because it is, and you see, Pooba and I are big fans of it. And again, a movie is supposed to take your mind off the real world, you know what I mean? And do we really know that? Do we really think that Billy Bob Thornton was yelling at this kid, and was he a real alcoholic? No. I actually read that they were actually really protective of the kid while they were filming, because of the content of the movie. They wanted to shield him away from all that. But then of course you see he's all grown up in the second movie. But that's a conversation for another time. Go ahead. Bro.
There's a part where the kid, you see him crack. It's when they're playing checkers, and he's going back and forth, and Billy Bob Thornton absolutely loses it because he says, "King me." If you look at the kid, he's looking like he wants to laugh and smile because Billy Bob Thornton absolutely loses it. But there is a part where he actually cracks up, and you can tell he's having a good time doing this movie.
From Pooba, from myself, happy holidays, and we will return.
The worst episode ever.